As you can see, we've clicked the link, we're brought to the sign in to the link page to finish the signing in process, and we just go ahead and sign into our site again. Once you import your contacts, you can just go through clicking which ones are relevant to you, and then you can go ahead and add a personal note to your invitation and invite the selected contacts to join you in your LinkedIn profile. So it's a good way of growing your contacts very quickly once you've set up your profile within LinkedIn. You can invite contacts directly to LinkedIn. You can import them, as we said, from your different webmail accounts. Colleagues, if you're perhaps working for a particular company, you can connect with your colleagues within that company. And also classmates. What you do is inside your profile, you can add a school and start finding classmates that you went to school with. So you just click the link and you go from there to start finding people you perhaps went to school with and link up with those. If you then connect with past colleagues, you put in your last job title and the company you worked for and the years you were there, and then you can find old colleagues that you worked with in the past as well. This helps you build up a network of people who you used to work with, so you can find old colleagues as well. By going to the groups section, you can start going through the groups directory to look to join groups. You can then look at groups that you've joined, and you can also create groups as well. And just within networking alone, there's 25,429 results. But you've got sites, for example, like toplink.com. You have got the enterprise architecture network if you happen to be involved in architecture. You've got On Startups, which is a community for entrepreneurs where there's over 13,000 plus people in the On Startups group. And you've got Wireless Jobs. The group is currently capped at 10,000 members, therefore preference is given to those already members of the Wireless Jobs community. Join the group and then check out the information. So you can look at different levels of groups that you can join to start networking in just by searching for different terms and then choosing maybe alumni groups, corporate, conference network, non-profit, professional, other. So you can actually choose what category here and search, find relevant groups and join those, and then you can get involved with those people in your particular niche market. It's a great way to establish yourself as an expert within your field. If you can't find the group that you want to join, create your own. I'd only suggest doing this though once you start to build up a good network inside LinkedIn. Don't go creating a group the first time you log in unless you've got something really positive you can contribute on an ongoing basis. A great way to start improving your credibility rating within LinkedIn is to go to the questions or the answers section and to start answering questions within the different groups. So if there's questions that you can help people on, then you can go ahead and answer them. The more you can contribute to groups that are relevant and questions and help people, the more likely people are going to be coming back to looking at your profile, and obviously that in turn is going to get you clicks. To do that, all you need to do is just answer questions, and then if you want to make sure that your profile's set up so that when people are coming back to your profile to check out your information, they can see what websites you own. So you just click on the profile link, and then you can start showing information. You'll see the information you've already got, your position, where you are, your profile. You can look at the current profile, what your job is, past jobs, educations, any recommendations if you had any connections once you grow, the industry you're in, and then you can start adding websites here so that people in your profile can see what websites you own or run. Public profile, you can also change this to make it a nicer looking link. You then go through and you start editing more in-depth information like your experience, your education, and if people have recommended you, etc. This helps you. The more people recommend you, the easier it is when building up your contacts within LinkedIn. In the additional information section, you can add your websites, interests, groups you're involved in, honours and awards you've received to give users more insight into your professional qualifications. This really is the opportunity for you to display everything positive about yourself and how you can help and benefit other people. At the end of the day, the more you're in it to help others, the more you'll be rewarded yourself, with both your contact list growing and people visiting your profile with inside LinkedIn and recommending you as well. Once you've taken the time to fill out your profile correctly, upload photographs, put through previous job histories, a bit about yourself, what your company's doing now, etc., and you've started building your connections, you can then start getting introduced to other people through connections that you have. So the more connections that you can start off with, the more likely your own network is going to grow much faster. With the Companies tab, you can even do research into companies. This is a beta at the moment, but more and more has been added. So, for example, we wanted to research more about Facebook. We can see that they've got profile information here, when it was founded. We can see there's 391 total employees of Facebook on LinkedIn. So we've got the board observer here. We've got senior platform manager. People they've just employed recently in different departments, so you can start using this over long term to start making contacts with people in your particular market and your business. You then get stats and breakdowns as well. So LinkedIn, as it's going to grow, is going to be a site that's going to have more and more information that will be useful to you, even if you're just researching in certain niche sectors as they add more companies within this beta section. So it's a good research tool as well as a social networking tool. And then finally here we've got the job section. So if you want to post a job and you need to fill a position, you can use LinkedIn to actually find people and look for jobs. Or you can even look for jobs yourself. If you decide you're back on the jobs market and you want to go find a particular job in your field, make sure your profile's filled out. And you can even use LinkedIn to find relevant jobs that might be suitable and then start connecting with those people. Obviously, the more recommendations and connections that you've got, the better your chances of applying for applications and jobs. But also when you're actually posting positions you might want to fill in your organization as you're growing, maybe it's research writers or designers, you can find people with inside LinkedIn as well. So LinkedIn is not just a straightforward social networking site. It's got more facets to it, more areas that's worth researching. Just make sure that you first of all visit your profile and fill it out and max it out as much as you possibly can. Import as many of your contacts as you can, and then just send them a polite message saying you're now on LinkedIn, would they like to connect to your network. The faster you can grow this two sections, the more opportunities of you building more contacts with inside LinkedIn. Thanks for watching.